Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm the Gnarly Gnome, and this is the Weekly Pint. Welcome. It's not a show, it's a happy hour. So if you're new to this thing, the drill here is that we all sit digitally, virtually, across from each other, sitting at the bar, having this virtual happy hour of wonderment and excitement and joy. And we drink together. That's what we just hang out and we drink together and we talk about whatever is happening in the local booze scene, the local beer scene, maybe some bigger industry-wide stories if they impact us as drinkers here in Cincinnati. We just look, we drink together. That's the whole point of this, is we drink together. So with that being said, if you are tuning in live, especially if you're tuning in live, even if you're not tuning in live, crack something open and tell us what you're drinking, because that's the whole point of this thing. So as you jump on the chat, please do that. I made a promise tonight, last week, that I was going to have a cocktail. I kind of have a cocktail. I cheated. I have a canned cocktail, but I don't really want to drink it. So I'm going to let you guys choose later. But I was going to make a painkiller, and I decided that was way too much effort tonight. It's been a little crazy tonight. Maybe next week. I right before I was going live, I said, well, I promised I should make a cocktail. And I've got plenty of cocktail ingredients. The only thing I don't have down here in the basement is ice. I trashed the old ice maker because it was not performing up to standards. And I trashed it, and I have not replaced it. So in order to get ice, I have to go all the way upstairs, fill an ice bucket, and bring it back down here. So I just don't have any ice, which is very counterproductive to cocktail making. I need to fix that. I need an ice maker. I'm gonna get an ice maker. I'm gonna get a better ice maker. We will rebuild it better than it's ever been before. It's all right. Chris says, I guess it's good I made one then. All right, let me roll through what everybody is drinking. Let's see. Josh is having a Masthead Freelance IPA. Julia's having an Oberon Light. Oberon Light is like a super light, super fruity beer, but it's actually kind of good. I've drank a few of those this summer, and I really, really enjoyed them. Chris is drinking a Dark and Stormy. I could have gone something like that, like a Dark and Stormy or a Cuba Libre or some kind of very basic cocktail, but we'll get to all that. I do have something that might work. Chris is also will have a New Holland Ichabod after that. Ryan's having a Dortmunder Gold Lager from Great Lakes. I have had plenty of those in my life, but it's been a little while, and I'm kind of craving one. They also, don't they have a Dort Light that they just came out with that I haven't tried that yet either, and I want to. There's so many things that I want to drink. Joe is having Sonder Fest beer because apparently it's Oktoberfest season. Look, it's not Oktoberfest season, but I am okay with there being Oktoberfest beers out already. I'm fine with it. I have had some. I have not drank any packaged. I haven't had any beers that are part of the bracket, the Oktoberfest Quest. I have not started the Quest yet. I've started the Quest. That's not true either. I'm just full of lies. I have not started consuming beer for the Quest. How about that? I think that works. Yet. I will. I will be very soon. I'm trying to be very, very organized, very, very deliberate about how it works this year. I want it to work better than ever. Maybe we'll talk about that at some point during the show, because I have some thoughts and I would like some feedback about what you guys think. Let's see. Eric is having Esoteric Dunkel. That's a good beer. Alex drinking Good Livin' Pilsner. Julia says you need a nugget ice maker for the Gnarly Gnome Tavern. My kids would love that. My kids are obsessed with nugget ice. Nugget ice is great, but it doesn't work for all of the purposes you need ice for. I would need multiple ice makers. Do they have a really great under-counter ice maker that would make good cubes and nuggets? That would be perfect. That would be actually great. Let's see. Matt is having Cow Chocolate Milk Stout, found in the back of the fridge. Wanted to rescue it. I support that. Chris is mentioning that he had a Sonder Fest beer yesterday. I've not had that one yet, this year, and I'm looking forward to it. Ryan says the Fest beer is a new recipe this year. It's good. More hop than the old Oktoberfest Fest beer. I like that. So there has been like a good split at Sonder. So the last couple years they've made a Märzen and then their Oktoberfest, which was kind of a hybrid between Märzens and Festbiers. And this year they are definitely drawing a line in the sand and said we've got our Märzen, which I'm assuming is coming back, and we've got our Festbier, and they are two separate beers, and I'm all about it. Let's do it. Make Märzens and Festbiers, and let's go. I do like the hybrids though. I think that they're kind of fun. And they usually win the competition. Chris says definitely more hoppiness. I've noticed that definitely last year. I can't remember back 2 years or not, but it was definitely hoppy when it was first released. And then as those hops kind of faded throughout the Oktoberfest season, it started to get a little more into the style guidelines that I think it should be. I'm excited. I'm actually getting really, really excited about Oktoberfest season. Okay, let's drink something because I have a fun little empty glass here, and empty glasses are actually not nearly as fun as full glasses. I also just realized that it's all like grimy and gross, dusty, and okay. If you guys have been hanging out with us on this show for the last couple months, I'm doing a thing that I am calling. Actually, I didn't come up with a name for what I'm doing. This bigger thing. I'm obsessed with rum this summer. The summer of rum. I think I called it at one point. I am reading everything I can get my hands on about rum. I'm drinking every rum I can get my hands on. I am talking to my family about rum more than they care to hear. When we go out to eat, I'm just chugging rum like some kind of pirate. It's all rum in this house. Not all rum. I'm drinking lots of other things too, but there's a lot of rum happening. And part of that is that Julia says you'd think with as much as you drink down there, glassware would be rinsed out on a more regular basis. There's a lot of glassware. Part of this whole rum experience that I'm in the middle of is I try to drink something a little bit different on every single episode of this show. We call it the rumination. This is how we start the show. We try a new rum or something. I found more rum in the house, and this is becoming a joke that I wish was a joke. Every time that I think I have tried every rum we have stashed around the house, I find another bottle of rum, and I found another one. I was cleaning up the bar this weekend, and I have a shelf that has a bunch of bourbon on it, and tucked in behind the bourbons was a bottle of rum that shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be with the bourbons. It should be with the other rums. Why is it with the bourbons? I don't know, but it was there. This bottle has been hanging out for a very long time. It was forgotten about. This is Zaya Grand Reserva Zaya. It's a 12-year-old aged blended rum. If I remember correctly, I liked this. I also don't know very much about it. Zaya Grand Reserva, the world's finest. It is the finest luxury rum. Let's put a quick search in here and see what we can figure out about this. Let's ask David to tell us all about this rum. I bet he can do that. What can you tell me about Zaya Grand Reserva rum? All right, we'll see what he comes up with while I pour this. Somebody gifted me this, and I remember who gave it to me, and I remember getting it as a gift. I think that this was either like when we bought our house, maybe even like when we got married. I'm feeling like it was like when we christened the bar for the very first time. I feel like I don't feel like I know we had a party, and a bunch of people brought bottles of things to gift for the bar. And I feel like this might have been one of those. I also am pretty sure that I feel like this was one of the rums that I tried really early on as I was moving into my rum love. Okay. David has corrected me, and he is right. I put Grand Reserva, and he says, "Oh, you probably mean Zaya Gran Reserva. Gran, not grand." He's very rude about it, actually. It's a dark, sweet-leaning sipping rum from Trinidad and Tobago, bottled at 40% ABV, 80 proof. It is dark. Oh, it smells good. He's giving me tasting notes right off the bat, and I don't want that yet, so I'm going to try this before I let him sway my thoughts. There's like just the aroma. There's like a chocolate thing. I don't know that I've ever smelled chocolate in a rum. But yeah, it's like straight up like cocoa going on in there. All right. Prost, cheers, slancha, whatever you want to say. Yeah, maybe it's my palate, but I'm getting a little bit of cocoa. Definitely some vanilla. Lots of vanilla, which probably kind of lends to that cocoa thing. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty good. There's a lot of vanilla, which I'm feeling like is not natural. I feel like they've added something in there, which is fine. If it tastes good, it tastes good. I don't care. That's a tasty sipping rum. I don't know what it retails for. I'm sure David will tell me in a second, but let's see. He says that it should taste like strong vanilla, caramel, baked fruit. I don't get a ton of caramel. Like I said, it's coming out as like a cocoa for me, but definitely vanilla, toffee, baking spice, toasted oak on the palate, rich, smooth texture, a mildly smoky, lingering finish. That's a pretty good description. The producer's current description closely matches that profile. It's approachable neat or over one large ice cube, just one. If you do two, it's not approachable anymore. Especially for someone who enjoys sweeter spirits, such as Diplomatico Reserva Exclusiva. Oh, that's a fancy name. I need that rum. Diplomatico Reserva Exclusiva. Or Zacapa 23. It also works well in an old-fashioned, a rum Manhattan, or richer tropical drinks. Okay, that sounds great. I think that's from their website. One important wrinkle. Oh, there's a wrinkle. Oh, no. Oh, wrinkles. Okay. I'm going to need another drink if I'm going to deal with a wrinkle. Ooh, that's good. One important wrinkle is its history. Early Zaya was a 12-year-old Guatemalan rum and earned a particularly strong reputation. Production subsequently moved to Trinidad, and the labeling changed several times. Bottles have variously referenced a blend of 12 rums or rums aged up to 16 years. That wording does not mean everything is in the bottle is 16 years old. The present official page does not make a prominent age claim. Current state listings describe it as a Trinidadian blend of multiple rums at 40% ABV. Main criticism among serious rum drinkers, that's me. I'm a serious rum drinker, is its pronounced sweetness and its vanilla character. I like it. Maybe I'm not as serious as other rum drinkers. Oh, no. Some find it plush and dessert-like. I don't know that it tastes plush to me. It tastes good. Okay, plush and dessert-like. Others consider it overly sweet or less transparent than drier, minimally altered rums. Rum reviewers, I'm a rum reviewer. I'm reviewing this rum. Have repeatedly noted that vanilla and caramel dominate the profile. That's fine. Who cares? That's fine. I like vanilla. Short verdict. Okay. It's roughly $30, so that's a little expensive for what it tastes like to me. It makes sense if you like smooth vanilla heavy spirits. If you prefer drier, more oak or cane-driven rum, consider Appleton Estate 8, Dorley's 12, or Mount Gay Black Barrel instead. All right, now I got to read and see where mine comes from. It just says imported rum from Trinidad, 12-year-old. And that's really all it says on here. It does say 12-year-old, so it doesn't say up to. Age 12 years. Yeah, so I'm going to assume that means the youngest in here is 12 years old. I think it's good. It's fine. I get it. It's definitely vanilla-y. Like, I would say that this is the amount of vanilla in here is pretty much on par, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm without like trying them next to each other. Maybe I should do that. Do I have an? I feel like it's got as much vanilla as Captain Morgan. I don't even know if he's in here. Let me look. No. I got the Lady Bly. Oh, wait, here he is. Here he is. Yeah, we do. We do. I promised myself I would never drink this garbage again. I just need a little splash just to do this science experiment. Science! All right. The Zaya definitely smells a lot better. Julia says, speaking to the mic. I can't. I was over there. How am I supposed to speak into the mic if I'm over there? I guess I do. So I do have this other mic up here. We could do this when I get off mic. I think this is probably better, but yeah, I didn't. So okay, Captain Morgan. Let's see if there's as much vanilla in Zaya as there is Captain Morgan. Oh. Okay. All right. The captain's definitely got some bite to him, but a lot of vanilla. So, Captain Morgan starts with definitely an artificially kind of vanilla taste, but the finish to it is this real like bitey, boozy something else. Yeah, there's just about as much vanilla in there as there is Captain Morgan, but it finishes way smoother, way tastier. Chris says, do you want the rest of this bottle? I'm a bourbon guy. That's the 12-year Floridicana. I will definitely take a donation into the Rumination. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it goes without saying that the Zaya is way better than Captain Morgan. But they are kind of like cousins. I say that fully recognizing the can of worms that opens. Okay. Yeah, smells way better. It's like a more grown up, more refined, better rum for sure. Okay. Cuvée. I'm pretty sure I've broken some kind of maritime law by mixing those rums. Oh, okay. That's not bad. It's good. That's a good rum. Like it's a fun, tasty rum. It's not. I don't know that like right now, if I was standing in a store and I had $30 and I'm like, I'm gonna buy me a new rum, then I'm buying that. That Saint Teresa, whatever this stuff was. This stuff is Santa Teresa, 1796. This stuff was like 30, maybe 32, 35, something like that, and was way better than that Zaya. If I got $30 in my pocket, I'm going to take like $2 or $5 extra from somebody else and then buy that. It's a no-brainer. Okay. Let's move on because we got some other stuff to talk about. Before I dive into my next Julia says, let's be honest, you'd buy the Lazarus rum. I've got Lazarus rum. I don't need more right now. I would be buying a new rum, some kind of new rum. But yeah, if that's one of my choices, it's definitely better than all of these. Do I keep my promise and go cocktail, or do I drink a big old beer? I will let you guys decide. Big old beer or cocktail. They're both about the same strength. Cocktail's a little bit boozier. I've tried them both before. I don't think I have had either one of them on the show, though. Julia says cocktail. Ryan says stick with your word. All right. We're going to drink a cocktail. Zach says a barrel-aged beer. The beer is not barrel-aged. I'll tell you guys what it is, and maybe if I get a wild hair at my butt, I'll drink it later. This is a canned cocktail, and I've had some of the canned cocktails from this brand, and actually thought they were okay. Now, I've heard from plenty of other people who disagree with me on that and think that they are terrible. I have had this. I don't remember if I liked it or not. This is the Tiki Rum Mai Tai from Cutwater. So sticking with the rum theme. Mai Tais are like one of my favorite cocktails in the universe. I love them. I love Mai Tais. And I'm feeling like that means I'm going to be a little disappointed about this one. If I remember correctly, and I probably am not, I think this was like too tropical and fruity. Like it wasn't what a Mai Tai is supposed to be. I also got a glass because I got a little bit of crap for drinking a canned cocktail out of a can, which I think is the way you're supposed to drink a canned cocktail, unless you're putting it in with a garnish and all that stuff. But I think most canned cocktails, to me, you know what? It's a video. Just hang in there. I'll explain my thoughts one of these days. Okay. Let's get this in a glass and let's see. Oh man, that's not what a Mai Tai is supposed to look like. It looks like apple juice. Yeah, this just looks. It's not beautiful. A cocktail is supposed to be beautiful. Okay. Cutwater Tiki Rum Mai Tai. This is 12.5%, and I'm going to drink 12 ounces of it, so this will be fun. Mai Tai made with white rum, barrel-aged rum, and natural flavors. That is not the recipe for a Mai Tai, lest anyone think it is. It says chill or drink on ice. I chilled, not on ice. Okay. An island escape. Real rum. That's what it says as my description. It just says right here, an island escape. Real rum. Okay. That's I mean, that's a good sign. Okay. It's featuring a blend of our award-winning rums with notes of pineapple, coconut, and citrus. Garnished with a pineapple wedge to tap into tiki. Yeah, because that's what makes a drink tiki, a pineapple wedge. Oh, man. 2+ shots. It tells you how many shots are in there. Okay. That's fun. Oh man. Okay. Whatever. What are we doing? Chris says this Mai Tai has no head. A Mai Tai shouldn't have a head. All right, I'm gonna get my first taste here, and we'll see what we're dealing with. Yeah. Oh, okay. It smells like oranges. It smells like oranges, which the Mai Tai should not smell like oranges. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. I have thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts. That's fine. That's tasty. It would be better over ice. But that is not a Mai Tai. That's nowhere close to a Mai Tai. So to me, what I love about Mai Tais is the texture, the body. It's a boozy drink, a super boozy drink, but it doesn't taste like it. Oh, that's weird. Okay, let's talk about the Mai Tai. Mai Tai was invented by Trader Vic. That's arguable, and I get that. There are other people that lay their claim to it, such as Don the Beachcomber. He is wrong. Trader Vic invented a proper Mai Tai. It definitely is a drink that is very rum forward. Recipe: 1 ounce of Jamaican rum, white rum. 1 ounce. This is my recipe, and I get it's debatable, and we can get into that if we want. But this is my recipe: 1 ounce of white Jamaican rum, 1 ounce of gold Martinique rum, half an ounce of orange Curacao. The brand is there's wiggle room there. 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, and 1/4 ounce of something that is critical to the drink. Orgeat, which is like an almond liqueur. No, I don't know why I said liqueur. It's an almond syrup. Almond syrup. It's like a really weird, like, white milky almond syrup. The result of all of those things is this drink that has this really beautiful, like, silky texture, super rum forward, layers of different rum flavors. And then not a lot of fruitiness. There is some lime, obviously, and you garnish it with half of a spent lime and then a whole bunch of mint. So the mint should be like bursting out of the glass. So when you stick your face in there, you should be smelling mint first and foremost before you even sip the drink. I don't smell any mint, and that, to me, is the first problem with this. I smell oranges. There is no orange aroma that should be coming from this cocktail. I get that the Curacao gives a little touch of orange sweetness in there, but not really. It should not smell like oranges. This drink is not tiki. It doesn't taste like rum, and it is definitely not a Mai Tai. I think that this could be fine. Like, this could be a fine drink. Call it something else. Call it tropical orange refresher, and I don't care. I'll buy it and I'll put it in my cooler and I'll give a thumbs up as I'm drinking it. Tiki rum Mai Tai. You're setting yourself up for failure. And again, I do have a video that I'm halfway through putting together about this whole topic, but this is my problem with canned cocktails, and almost every canned cocktail, is that when you call it something, when you give it a name that is an established drink, it's got to taste like that drink. If it veers off of that, or it doesn't taste like that, or it's carbonated when it shouldn't be, or it's orangey when it shouldn't be, and whatever the thing may be, you've set yourself up for failure. I, as a drinker, I'm suddenly going to be disappointed at the end of my drink, or even halfway through my drink, or even one swig into it. I wanted something. I thought this was something, and now it's not. And so I'm unhappy. And I think that, like, that speaks to, like, this other bigger uh, it's a bigger problem in drinks right now, and that is that expectations aren't always met. And the biggest situation where I run into this is with beer styles, and I think, I think, this is my opinion. However, I am the gnome, and so my opinion is pretty much gospel, and it should be written down in some kind of big leather-bound book that everyone consults, because it means that much. I think that if you call a beer something, whatever that something is, that idea should be met by the drinker that orders that something. Now, I get that there is some wiggle room with that, and there could be some confusion. If you call something an IPA and just put IPA on your menu board, I get that we all have different opinions about what IPA is now. That's a whole separate problem that we done went and messed up that should be fixed immediately. But I get that there will be some confusion there, and there is a way to fix that. What you should do is tell people, hey, this is an IPA, but this is what that means to us. And so if you're going to just put IPA, you're doing it wrong. You should be saying this is a West Coast IPA. And West Coast should mean something. If we can all agree on what that is, we gotta fix all of this. Expectations need to be met. Ryan says, I take the John Matarese approach to canned cocktails. Don't waste your money. There's a couple things to unpack from that. Yes. I don't know if I should go, which side I should go to first. If you took every canned cocktail that I've ever purchased and added them all up and came up with some kind of tally of here's X amount of cocktails that you have purchased in cans, and of those, here's the percentage that you were happy with or enjoyed or really liked. Those percentages are going to be a little low. Now, part of that is because I try lots of things that I know are probably not going to be great, just to see and just to put myself through that, I guess. I think we could unpack that if we want to get into a therapy session, but I do know there are great canned cocktails out there. The Tip Top cocktails, I will stand behind every one that I have tried. They're good, and they fulfill exactly what I think a canned cocktail should be. And again, there's a video coming about all of this. I'm just spoiling all of it, but a canned cocktail is supposed to be a cocktail. And so if it's going to replicate a cocktail, it needs to come out of the can. It needs to go in a glass. It probably needs a garnish, and then you drink it. You don't have to mix things up. That's the only advantage of it, is you don't have to have a bunch of bottles of things, and you don't have to mix them up yourself. Sometimes they should be over ice. There are canned cocktails that should be put on ice because that's the way the cocktail needs to be presented. And there are some that shouldn't. They should be up neat because that's the way the cocktail is presented. Now, there is a whole other category of drink that are spirit-forward RTDs. I don't think those are canned cocktails. I don't think this is a canned cocktail. I think it's a lie. I think they've lied and told me that it was a cocktail, and it's not. I think that this is an RTD, which is fine. It's its own category, and it's fine. But this is meant to be drank out of a can. It's meant to be crushed when you're not crushed. Don't crush these. It's meant to be drank while you're sitting by a pool or on a boat or something like that. When you don't have glassware and you're not looking to make a cocktail. cocktails don't belong in cans. I guess that's the end result of this soapbox rambling whatever. Eric says, honest labeling, like mediocre, vague, tropical cocktail with unnatural colors. Yeah, I mean, I'd even, like, with this, I would be okay with just, like, tropical orange. Like, that tells me what I'm going to get. Mai Tai says something completely different. I am mad at this. You know how mad I am? That's how mad I am. Done with that. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something fun, because there are fun things happening in the drinking world. It's not all just crappy canned RTDs that disappoint me. No, there are good things like Beer and Sweat. Beer and Sweat is coming. It's very close. We're 2 weeks away? A little under 2 weeks away. And if you don't have it on your calendar already, you should put it on your calendar, because this is one of those, we talk a lot about things that beer festivals, and I hesitate to call this a beer festival because it is something very different, but they all just kind of have become lackluster and not exciting. They've become like empty. And this is one of those events, festivals, things that that still have some kind of soul to them, and some kind of personality, and some kind of meaning to them. And that's the biggest reason that I think you need to go if you're a beer fan. Beer and Sweat, historically, and things are a little different in the industry right now, but historically, Beer and Sweat was the place that you went to talk to current brewers, and future brewers was the biggest thing. There were people that were dabbling on that cusp of, do I take this hobby professional? Do I go to the next level, or do I not? Is my beer good enough? Does my beer stand up to the stuff that the big guys are making? Within that, there are plenty of people within the homebrewing hobby that are just in it to homebrew, and those people are fantastic as well. And they make things that are not commercially viable and are fun, and kind of capture the spirit of what craft beer was and what it probably should be. So it's happening. Like I said, a little under 2 weeks. So Friday and Saturday. Friday, I don't know if the bottle share is open to the public, but maybe if you show up Friday with some bottles, there's a bottle share that happens. And I think you can get your tickets at the door. If not, you can get them online. Get them online first just to make sure. This is happening at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Eastgate, so on the east side of town, Saturday, August 15th, 2026. There's it's a keg-only homebrew competition and festival. Julia says she has heard a rumor that the Cincinnati alcohol-consuming parental units may be at Beer and Sweat. Yeah, the Cincy Brew Dads have a tent that they are setting up to consume beers and hopefully make content. I'm going to say this. It's on my calendar, and I have to preface this with lots of things are on my calendar sometimes that my family determines are not actually on my calendar. This has been on my calendar for a very long time. I really, really, really am trying to be there. This is one of my favorite events that happens, and I really, really, really want to be there. I talk a lot about videos that I'm working on that never see the light of day. This is a video that over the last 5 or 6 years I've wanted to make and haven't been able to make. I would like to make a video this year about Beer and Sweat. That actually feels like a really great documentary, but that's not going to happen. Get there. It's at the Holiday Inn. So if you decide to go out Friday and Saturday, get a room. Don't be dumb and try to like scoot around town after you've been drinking a whole bunch, because this is, like I said, an incredible event. Lots of beer, keg only, so lots of just draft beer. It's homebrew, so there's not like a you're not buying beer, so you can drink a lot of beer. Is what I'll put it as. I don't know that there's any kind of limit on how much beer you can consume at a festival like this. So be safe if you decide to go. Zach says, on a random note, I really enjoyed the interview with Fibonacci today, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was I think it was a good show. When I posted today, kind of teasing the show, and there'll be other posts that go up this week teasing it on different platforms. A lot of what I say is that I was terrified when I heard that Fibonacci had sold, because carrying on this legacy of what Fibonacci is almost impossible. And I mean that. And I mean that I was actually terrified. Really, really, really terrified about new ownership kind of coming in and being able to take this thing in the right direction. When I say that I'm not worried anymore, I do mean that too. These guys know what they're doing. Well, I don't know that they know what they're doing. They have the right ideas for what Fibonacci should be and how they should carry it into that next generation of what the business is. It's not an easy task. I think they understand that though too. Food is coming. That's good. I mean, that's really good. I'm excited about what's coming down the pike. Let's see. Eric says, just heard about an event, Bricks and Beer, that includes a tour of Music Hall. Dates in August, September, October. I've not seen that yet. I'll have to look into that. It sounds like fun. Yeah, this isn't even good. As it gets down, it's fine. It should be over ice and need some carbonation. It should be like some kind of seltzery thing. It's not a canned cocktail. It's not a canned cocktail. Moving on. I do have some other thoughts here. Oh, my notes moved. Hang on. They're way down this page. I feel like I have sugar coating the inside of my mouth from this drink, and that should not be the result of a Mai Tai. I definitely believe that. I was going to talk about... Oh, no, we won't do that tonight. That's a whole other topic. Sorry, I'm reading my notes, having a show with myself. Okay. This is kind of the title of the show. Anybody that's a Rambo fan hopefully understands the title of this episode. It's never over. Is this the end of the boom? Is bourbon a sinking ship? Are we seeing the end of the bourbon boom? There was an interview with New Riff on the Business Couriers podcast, which is called Above the Fold. If you don't subscribe to that show, go subscribe to that show. It's fun. They hit the top news stories of the week. Let's see. Where are my notes here? Okay. The quote that they put out, New Riff, is that flat is the new up, and they are not expecting 25% growth anymore. And I think that this is, number one, it's them definitely understanding where the bourbon market is right now. they're understanding it, and they have understood that that's where it was going. They've put themselves in a good position. Julia says, and the podcast isn't behind a paywall, surprisingly. Yes. I also just realized as I had the drunk line up on the screen, I don't even have the phone hooked up. The cord's not even plugged into the thing. If you want to call into the drunk line, it's not going to work. Sorry. It's this is what happens when you don't have a producer that's not AI. The bourbon industry has been going through a not real, not sustainable long-term growth period. And craft beer was also going through that for a very long time. And it doesn't mean that either one of these industries is dead. It doesn't mean that any one of them are dying. It just means that the boom that we were seeing is settling back down to what it normally is. The difference in those two industries, well, maybe we'll talk about that. The difference on the surface of those two industries is that bourbon is a product that when you make it, it then has to sit for a very long time. Chris says voice is not working all that well today, so I'll refrain from calling in. That's good because it's not going to work. You can call in and it'll work, but nobody else will be able to hear you. See, now I'm missing some of the chat. I can't keep up on all this. Go get a damn beer. You don't have to. Oh, because we're talking about the bet. Okay. Zach says go get a beer because this isn't good. Chris says you don't have to finish it. You guys are correct. I don't. I could just open this beer, or I could finish this and then drink the beer. Okay. It's not good. Citra High. This will be better. This is from a brewery called Mad Tree, who early on, let's talk about this. Early on, Mad Tree was very specific that their name was Mad Tree. Lowercase, except for the M and the T. Mad Tree. That's not the way it is anymore. It's all capital. Why is it all capital? Okay. Let's see. What am I missing here? Tour partner. I missed something there. That's fine. Oh, the Bricks and Beer, I guess. Tour partners, Ryan Geist, Madry. Chris says the problem with bourbon is you're looking at a market that has to hit in about 4 to 6 years. There we go. Yes. Thanks for getting me back on track. Ryan says, what type of hops did they use in that beer? I don't see it listed anywhere. Let me pull up my notes. I believe this is Galaxy. Okay, the bourbon. I'm getting distracted now because I drank a big old canned cocktail. The market is happening after you make the product. And so you're anticipating what things are going to look like. And things have been on this rocket ship over the last almost a decade at this point for bourbon. Is that right? Probably almost a decade of growth for the industry. So big distilleries, places that have money to spend, we'll talk about that, have been just dumping that money into growing. Julia says, quick, time to distract now with random comments. Done. They've been dumping money into preparing themselves for more growth and to let themselves grow exponentially. Chris says COVID messed a lot up. Maybe. I don't think so though. Maybe. The problem is now that it's not growing, those big distilleries have dumped a ton of money into a large inventory base. So, for bourbon drinkers, we're now looking at a period of time for the next foreseeable future where there's going to be a whole bunch of bourbon and not a lot of demand, which, if you know how that works, it means we're going to be able to get a whole bunch of bourbon for hopefully pretty good prices. So it's going to be good for us, bad for big distilleries that have dumped a ton of money into building this infrastructure or inventory base. Great for small distilleries that did not over leverage themselves. Bad for small distilleries that did over leverage themselves, that maybe are places like Uncle Nearest who are dealing with all of their issues. It's a bad time for bourbon. And if you thought things were just going to explode and then they didn't explode, you're going to be struggling a little bit. Eric says, I'm holding out for Fuggles High. I've been calling for that for years. I want somebody to make Fuggles High. I think you could do it. I think you could make like an Imperial ESB, some kind of like big like barley wine kind of thing with just loaded up with like dirty Fuggles. I would try it, and I think I would like it. Ooh, that's good. Yeah. Oh, that's a great beer. That's a fantastic beer. This is one of my my early fond memories of Matry with Citra High when that was released. Oh man, like that brings me back to that like brings me back to like early days of Cincinnati craft beer when like Imperial IPAs were a thing, and like people would release them, and it was exciting when somebody did. When Mount Carmel did that, their Imperial IPA, and part of the what was Snapshot series, was that what it was called? And then Madry with this one, and oh man, that's a very nostalgic beer. Maybe it's just a Citra too. You don't see a lot of like heavily Citra hopped, clear, bitter beers anymore. That's great. Julia says, speaking of distracting comments, I want to know why the Lorien Lager logo and label is different on the West Side website to the Gilligan's website. I don't know. Chris says Imperial Cream Ale. That's definitely happened. Bosmos was the the one that I'm thinking of. Oh, see, now I just want to sit and just quietly drink this beer. Man, you guys told me to drink a beer. You didn't know you were drinking one that would get me all nostalgic. That's a good beer. I feel like over the last few years, we've gotten away from letting beers just like take us away from where we are in the moment. And I don't know if this is necessarily a bad thing, but for so many people, especially younger generations, like they're expecting beer to like create some kind of experience. It's supposed to be the center of the thing that you're doing, and like we all like just celebrate around the beer, and it's like this part of this other thing. And like sometimes it is, but sometimes you just want to like just quietly sit and drink a beer and like get lost in your own thoughts and like remember things. And like that's one of the beautiful things about beer, is that it does tie into memories so well. But yeah, no, there's not a lot of that going on anymore. It's all about like this other stuff, this other like flash and whatever. I miss I miss like I miss the nostalgia and the uh introspectiveness that the beer could provide. We need to get back to that. That's something that a canned cocktail is never going to provide. Canned cocktails don't do that. Canned cocktails, what do canned cocktails do? They provide a bunch of alcohol in a easily consumed format. I say canned cocktail, but I'm actually saying RTD when I say that, because there aren't that many good canned cocktails. Julia says you have to create your own moments and experiences. Beer is just there to join you on the journey. Maybe. I mean, to me, like the fact that I'm like having this moment with this beer, and I'm going on this journey to like these memories that I have, they're still centered around the beer, but it's my journey. I don't need to like, I mean, say this with all due respect. You guys are all sitting here hanging out with me. You don't have to have the same experience that I have with this beer. I want to share it with you, and I want to talk about the experience that I'm having, but like, I don't expect everybody to have that same experience that I have with this beer. And maybe it's like, I don't know. I'm remembering right now, sitting in. I'm wearing my Big Sis T-shirt. I'm remembering sitting in Mike's kitchen around the kitchen table, drinking this beer. And it was early on in the days of Cincy Brewcast. We had just started this podcast, this idea. It was like this fun little hobby that we were doing, and like this takes me back to that moment. Chris says my experience is very specific to Taproom 1.0 there. Yeah, like that's it. Like my experience is not going to be the same as yours, but like this thing right in the middle of all of that connects all of us to like these different memories and these different experiences. And that's what makes beer so fantastic. And I mean, I guess it can happen with cocktails and it can happen with spirits, but I don't think it happens the same way the beer does. And I don't know why. Like I think that maybe like something a little more generic, maybe not. Like a gin and tonic or something can replicate some kind of memory for you. But like I don't think that cocktails typically register the same way in those deeply rooted flavor memory banks the way beer does. And maybe that's why I love beer as much as I do. Julie says, lol, we all have to wrap our hands around the same glass to try to have the same moment together. No, I think you gotta, like, everybody has to dip a finger in there and swirl it around and then take turns chugging it or something. I don't know. And then sing Kumbaya. To me, there is something that is extremely unique to a beer to connect to memories. No, I love that. And I love that I get to experience that right now with this beer. I'm having a moment with you, with all of us. Look, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'm sorry that I didn't have a proper cocktail. I feel strongly about having one next week. Let me look at the calendar, make sure that day is not too chaotic. It's not. Oh, it's actually perfect. Oh, I think it's perfect. We were supposed to have a Girl Scout meeting that night, a summer meetup, but I gotta keep my voice down in case she's definitely still awake. My daughter decided she wanted to quit Girl Scouts, which I'm fine with. Like, I get it. We all quit things that we don't like. My wife is struggling with it a little bit, I think. Oh, wrong button. My wife was the Girl Scout. This is way too personal, and I'm whispering because she's awake upstairs. She's going to yell. She's having a hard time with it. And point is, calendar was clear. Calendar wasn't clear. Now it's clear. It's a touchy topic in my house. Julia says, wait, where will I get my cookies now? I mean, I still have connections. All of her friends are still Girl Scouts. That's the weird thing. Like, all of her friends are still Girl Scouts. Why would you not want to still be a Girl Scout if all your friends are Girl Scouts? I don't know. That's all right. We still have Cub Scouts. Boy is still a Cub Scout. We're going to go fishing. Actually, we have this week cookout for our summer activity. We're grilling out a bunch of hot dogs. Tubular meat. I'm going to teach them about tubular meat. The point is, I appreciate all of you, and I will make it up to you by making the most beautiful, perfect, I'm going to say painkiller. I might go pina colada, but a painkiller is just a better pina colada. I think that might be a t-shirt. The painkiller is just a better pina colada. I don't know. I might have just invented something. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. This was a fine show. I drank. What do we learn? What do we learn tonight? We learned that Zaya is kind of like Captain Morgan, but like a cousin, a better cousin, like a better, sweeter cousin. We learned that canned cocktails kind of don't exist, except when they do. And when they do, you should put them in a glass. And when they don't, you shouldn't. Keep it out of the glass. Just drink it out of the can, like a real drinker. We learned that Citra High makes me nostalgic, makes me think about things, and I like that. We learned that 2.5 drinks in Nome can be easily distracted. That's a good a good lesson. We learned that the drunk line only works if you plug it in, and the cord is over there. Sometimes we're learning this right now. We're learning that sometimes I try to be organized, and like the cord for the drunk line you can't see here, but here, I'll tell you what, we can do this. Oh, let's do this. Okay, right here. Now I gotta figure out. Never mind. Exposure's all off. Cord's not long enough. That's my phone. Okay, this is the mixer right here. This is the mixer. Oh, this isn't working. I can't see what I'm doing, and I can't point it in the right direction, and the exposure's wrong. It's fine. The point is, there's a mixer right here, and on the side of it is where the drunk line plugs in. So it means that right here that you now can't see because I can't point the camera that has the wrong exposure to show you. The cord just coils all over here and it's a mess. And so sometimes I try to be proactive and I try to clean things up. I try to keep the studio nice and neat, orderly, so that when I try to do things, it's all like ready to go. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Chris says the mixer could have made you a cocktail. Yeah, it's a bad mixer. It doesn't do that. It doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Ryan says we learned beers create memories, canned cocktails and RTDs make you repress them. I like that. I appreciate all of you. Here's what we learned. We learned that I appreciate every single one of you. I love you guys, and I appreciate this show so much. This is definitely the highlight of my Mondays. This is the way that I like to start my week. It puts me off on the right foot. It reminds me of why I do all of this. It's this connection, this thing that we do. And so thank you for making this what it is. If you aren't already subscribed to Cincy Brewcast, do that. There's a new episode today. If you aren't already subscribed to Drinking with the Gnome, do that because there's a new episode next week, and we'll talk about that next week. And it's going to be fun, and it's going to be rum. I'm going to tell you that. We're drinking rum. I think this is the week that we pull the Band-Aid off and we start diving into rum, like deep rum. Okay, let me ask this before we wrap things up. So I've been on this rum quest, and I've been like trying to be a better rum drinker. Do I especially with Drinking with the Gnome, do I just spend like the next now year worth of shows talking about rum? Because there's so many rum topics that have to be talked about. And I don't know if it makes sense to like just do it all at once and make a big rum series on Drinking with the Gnome, or space it out and kind of shuffle them in later. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know what people want. I don't understand. I don't understand how to do this. I don't understand how to connect with rum drinkers in the right way. Hopefully you do. I'm going to take a big old sip of this beer while you guys tell me what to do. Oh, it's so good. Like, I could do... How many episodes about rum could I make? Like, I have this one. There's also, like, there are some that could be a podcast, and there's some that could be a video, and then there's some that could kind of go either way. And so I do I do a series of podcasts and videos that all kind of blur together? And I don't know. Eric says, I would think a series makes sense. Yeah, maybe that's like a season. I don't want to do seasons on that show. Julia says, shuffle. I'm shuffling. All right. I appreciate you guys. Send me an email if you have thoughts about how I should do this. How I should be rummining. I don't know. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to... No, I'm going to drink water. I'm going to get this show posted, and we'll do it again next week. Same time, same place, 9:30-ish, Monday. I'll see you there. Thank you very much. If you like this, if you like any of the stuff that I do, go to thegnarlygnome.com/support, and you can become a Gnomie. And from there, if you tell me what to do, I listen way more than if you tell me what to do here. I'm just saying. It's it holds more weight. It shouldn't, but it does. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much. Cheers, everybody. Listen, I may be a little drunk, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to listen to you and me telling you that next week we're drinking cocktails. I'm drinking a painkiller. I've decided, painkiller. The pina colada's big brother. Yeah. That's what we do. Painkillers for everybody. Let's do it. Or what about Mai Tais? Mai Tais would be good too. Mai Tai, painkiller. Oh no. Now I'm questioning. We learned nothing.